On the morning of December 9th, a call came into the Bangalore police control room. The news was that a person had taken their own life. When the police arrived at the location, they found a man's body hanging in the room. On the chest of the body was an A4-sized paper with the words written in capital letters, "Justice is due." This man had left behind a 90-minute video and a 24-page letter. Who was this man, and what could have driven him to take such a step? Why did he provide such a detailed explanation? Let's learn more about today's case, which revolves around Atul Subhash. Atul Subhash was from Bihar and was the eldest son in his family. His parents, Anju and Pawan Modi, had worked hard to educate him and make him capable. Atul was working as an engineer at a major company in Bangalore, specializing in artificial intelligence. He took great care of his elderly parents and younger brother Vikas. His life seemed perfect. He was a dedicated worker, a responsible son, and a caring brother. The only thing missing in his life was a life partner. To find one, he created a profile on Shaadi.com. The missing piece of his life was about to be found through this website. In 2018, Atul met Nikita Singhalia, who was from Jaunpur. When Atul first interacted with Nikita, he found her to be very composed and thoughtful. She spoke very little, which made Atul believe she was a wise and mature person. He thought, "This girl must be very sensible. She doesn't talk much on the phone and always thinks before speaking." Over time, their conversations increased, and Atul grew fond of Nikita. By January 2019, they decided to get married. After the wedding, everything seemed fine. Nikita continued to speak less, but Atul didn't mind. Life was going well for them. However, things started to change after their honeymoon in Mauritius. Atul noticed that Nikita seemed distant. She didn't communicate properly with him, nor did she go out with him. Atul repeatedly asked her if he had done something wrong, but when Nikita finally revealed the reason, it broke Atul's heart. Nikita confessed that she had never wanted to marry Atul. She had only agreed to the marriage due to pressure from her family, especially since her father's health was deteriorating. Atul was a suitable candidate. He had a good job, a stable background, and was a decent man. This revelation was heartbreaking for Atul, and it led to frequent arguments between them. Despite this, Atul didn't give up. He believed that if he continued to show Nikita how much he loved and cared for her, she would eventually come around. He went out of his way to make her comfortable, even traveling 13 to 14 kilometers daily on his bike through Bangalore's heavy traffic to drop her off and pick her up from work. Over time, Nikita began to warm up to Atul, and they grew closer. Soon, Nikita became pregnant. However, things took a turn for the worse when Nikita lost her job due to disciplinary issues. She stayed at home, spending her time talking to her mother or watching Korean dramas. Atul took great care of her during this time, ensuring she had regular doctor checkups and medications. He even brought his mother to Bangalore to help care for Nikita. In 2021, Nikita gave birth to a son named Vyom. Atul thought that their life would now be filled with happiness. But he was wrong. After the birth of their child, Nikita's behavior changed for the worse. She told Atul that she couldn't take care of the baby due to her health issues. Around this time, India went into its first COVID-19 lockdown, and Bangalore was hit hard. Atul struggled to find help, but he managed to hire a house helper to assist Nikita. Atul not only handled his office work, but also took care of the household chores and the baby. He felt increasingly depressed seeing Nikita do nothing while his life became more challenging. He thought that if Nikita went back to work, it might help her feel better. So, He taught her programming, helped her create a resume, and even got her a job. However, after getting the job, the situation worsened. Nikita started demanding more money from Atul, claiming she needed it for her business. Her family also pressured Atul for large sums of money. First 3 lakhs, then 9 lakhs, and finally 4 lakhs. Atul, after much thought, gave in to their demands. During the second lockdown, Nikita's mother, Nisha, came to live with them in Bangalore. Nisha began demanding 50 lakhs from Atul, claiming they needed to buy a house in Jaunpur. Atul refused, as he had already given them a significant amount of money. The situation escalated, and on May 17, 2021, Nikita packed her belongings, took Vyom, and left Atul. She moved to Delhi, where she started working at a company called Ascensor, and lived with her son. Meanwhile, Atul was left alone in Bangalore, struggling with 9 legal cases filed against him, including dowry, domestic violence, unnatural sex, and divorce. Some cases were also filed against his family. Atul hadn't seen his son in months and had traveled to Jaunpur 40 times for court hearings. Each time, the hearings were either postponed or cancelled due to strikes by lawyers. Atul's life was falling apart. When he tried to settle the matter with Nikita, she demanded 1 crore, which later increased to 3 crore. Atul, who didn't have that kind of money, had no choice but to continue attending court hearings. The system, which was supposed to help him, only made things worse. The court clerk, Madhav, was corrupt and demanded bribes to schedule hearings. Even the judge, Rita Kaushik, was corrupt and demanded 5 lakhs to settle the case. Atul felt trapped. On one side, his wife was filing false cases against him, and on the other, the legal system was exploiting him. Atul's breaking point came when Judge Rita Kaushik dismissed his concerns, saying, "So what if your wife has filed false cases against you? She's your wife. This is how it is." Atul responded by saying that many husbands take their own lives due to such false cases. Nikita, who was present in the courtroom, coldly replied, "Why don't you kill yourself then?" The judge laughed at this comment, further crushing Atul's spirit. Atul's mother-in-law, Nisha, even told him in court, "I thought I would hear news of your death by now." When Atul replied, "If I die, how will your party continue?" Nisha responded, "Your family will give us money after your death." After all, the wife has a right to her husband's property. This level of greed and cruelty was too much for Atul to bear. Atul, a 34-year-old engineer, took his own life on December 8, 2025. He left behind a 90-minute video and a 24-page letter detailing his struggles and the evidence against those who had driven him to this point. In his final moments, he emailed his brother the video and the letter, hoping that justice would be served. Atul's parents and brother are now fighting for justice, but the system has failed them. Atul's last wish was that his ashes not be scattered until he receives justice. If justice is not served, he wanted his ashes to be thrown into the gutter near the court as a symbol of the failure of the justice system. As of December 14, 2024, Nikita's mother and brother are missing, having fled their house in Jaunpur. This case highlights the flaws in our legal system, where false cases are often filed and the accused are left helpless. Atul's story is a tragic reminder of how easily lives can be destroyed by greed and corruption. So, this was today's true crime case. Do you think justice was really served in this case? Or is the story still unfinished? Don't forget to share your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. and I'll see you in the next crime story. Till then, stay safe and stay curious. Thanks for watching.